Erica, and today I'm working on another Lori Holt quilt block. I am making the welcome block. I have everything laid out and I am going to get started sewing. Okay, so the first step in this welcome block is to take A and E. It said to draw a diagonal line on the back of A, and then I'm just going to pair them together, and it says I need to draw a line, put them together, and then it says to stitch. Whoops, I got some threads here. It does say to stitch on the drawn line and trim a quarter inch away. So I'm just going to do some chain piecing here. So I'll set my book over here out of the way. Just do some chain piecing. So once again, let me just double check. Yep, stitch on the drawn line. I like to double check because sometimes, well, I just don't want to mess up all these blocks. That would not be fun, right? So I'm sure you all would agree with me. That would not be fun. So I'm way excited. I think this block is so cute. So how I decided what blocks to sew out of these books, I know I've kind of talked a little bit about it before, but I thought, well, something to talk about today. I just decided to go through the book and look at the blocks that I really loved. If I was looking through the book and I thought, oh, I like that block, I wrote it down on my list to make. But I wanted to love it. You know, there's just some quilt blocks, the patterns, the design in them that you're maybe drawn to. I don't know if that's the same for you guys, but that's how I am. And so I just simply decided that way. I just went through the book and tried to decide, do I like it? Do I not like it? I did go through the book a couple times just to make sure there was nothing I missed. Okay, so I am going to, there will be 8 of these total. I'm going to trim them and press them, and then I will be right back. I have all these pressed and trimmed. I'm going to set them aside. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to keep them here. And it says that I need to, I'm going to make 4 units here. So I'm just going to stack up 4 right here. So there's 3, there's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. These ones are going to be turned in, and these ones are going to be turned in like this. And then it says take 4 B's, which I have 4 right here. And it says 4 F. And there are only 4 left of these F. So I'm going to sew this section together, this section together, and then press them with an iron and then nest them together. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to chain piece these. I like to chain piece, you know, when I can. So going to press these with an iron and then bring them over here and nest them. So I will press one going one direction and one going the opposite direction and make sure that they'll nest well once I come back, because I will pin them, nest them, and then sew them. I'll be right back. All of these have been pressed, so the layout for these looks like this. Okay, like that. So these 2 points meet. And so I'm just going to pin these and then sew them. All of these are sewn together. I press them with an iron. Now I'm going to set them aside, grab C, and what else? And D. And so on C, I had to draw diagonal lines on the back of all of those. And so I'm going to be making 4 of these. So I have 4 of these fabrics. Here, fabric D, I have 4 of these. These are the larger squares. The D's are the larger squares. The C's are the smaller ones. So this is what the next step says to do. It says to take this one and this one, and we were going to sew this square on first. And I'm going to chain piece these so they can go faster. Okay. So I'm just going to press these with an iron, trim them first, and then press them with an iron, and I will bring them right back here and show you. These are all pressed here. Now I'm just going to add the second block on the diagonal here. So when you're stitching, you stitch from the top the inside of this square and go out to the outside, if that makes sense. So that is, sometimes I have to look at that just to make sure I have the orientation correct. And so on this one, that's how this one's done. So kind of reminds me of a flying geese, right? Okay, I'm going to trim these, press these, and be right back. So these are all pressed, trimmed and pressed. Let me lay out my block and share that with you. I have my block all laid out, and now I just need to sew it together. So here is my 9 patch that I finished up. So I'll set that aside. I have each of these rows pressed. Now I just need to pin them together and sew them. So I'm going to do that. I did press these in the opposite direction so they nest well. The pressing instructions are in the book, so that's really helpful. Okay, I'm going to sew this and then pin the other side. So I'm not going to start another leader and ender just because I'm almost finished with this block. So sometimes I do that. I just will not start one at the very end. Okay, so this is the last seam I'm sewing up right now, and then my block will be finished once I press it. Okay, so here it is. I will press it and be right back. Here is my block all finished. I really love how this turned out. I am really, really liking these colors. I really do. I also finished this 9 patch, my leader and ender block. But I am just really liking this block, and I want to just say thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.